Hi, in my last video, I talked about finding extra money, cutting expenses, earning a little more with a side hustle, and being more intentional. And I said I'd share where I'm putting that money. So let's talk about it. Because once you find the money, the next question is, okay, now what? And just a quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not an advisor. I'm just sharing what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about doing now that retirement is actually on the horizon. I don't look at my money as one big pile anymore. Not that I ever had a big pile of money, but I think in buckets because every dollar has a different job. Bucket number one is for safety and emergencies. First is safety. This is money I don't want to lose. This is the emergency fund. Short-term needs, boring money, but very important money. This is my do not panic fund. I like to have 6 months expenses in my emergency fund at minimum. I put this in a money market bucket. Number two bucket is tax advantage retirement savings. This is IRAs, employer plans, and especially catch-up contributions. Did you know if you're over 50, you can actually put more in, which is helpful if you're starting late like me? I'm allowed to put $8,000 a year into my Roth IRA. I like to think of it as a second chance bucket. Bucket number three is for growth. I still need growth, but I'm not trying to get rich. This bucket is for broad market exposure, long-term mindset, and no emotional decisions. I don't have the time to recover from big mistakes, so I'm focused on steady growth. This is where I might be putting my real estate profits in. Do you have a good growth mutual fund or index fund that you could recommend? Now, bucket number four is for future income. I've been hearing a lot lately about annuities. In fact, I have a friend that has one, and she loves them, and some hate them. So what are your thoughts on annuities? We're planning to sell our house soon, so I'm thinking we're going to have some extra money after buying or building a new house. So I was thinking of putting a big chunk of money in an annuity. I would have guaranteed income every month. So I'm still researching that. If you have an annuity and love it, let me know. Or if you have an annuity and hate it, please let me know. I just like the idea of having a set amount of money that I can count on every month. I know the word annuity can make people uncomfortable like it used to make me. I'm still not sure about it. Dave Ramsey doesn't like them. Susie Orman doesn't like them. But I like the idea of having something that shows up every single month, regardless of what the market is doing, because I don't want to spend retirement constantly worrying if I can afford groceries or travel, or if the market is having a bad year. We have so much inflation, and interest rates and gains in the stock market can't keep up with inflation. So many things to think about and consider. I'm some suggest buying precious metals. Do you do that? I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. What I do know is not to put all your eggs in one basket. Whatever you decide, annuities would just be part of the plan alongside savings and investments for other income sources. But like I said, I'm still researching. I'm not sure. I'm also wondering if it would be better off just getting a financial planner. Do you have a financial planner? And if I was to look for one, what questions would I ask? How would I find a good financial planner? Or do I even need one? Or can I do everything that they would do on my own? So many questions that I wished I would have asked in my 20s or even 30s, or even 40s for that matter. Oh well, I can't beat myself up. All I can do is go forward. But I can tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to put all my money in annuities or all my money in the stock market. I'm not chasing high pressure sales pitches, and I'm not rushing the decision. When you start later in life, certainty becomes more valuable. Growth is great, but knowing you can pay your bills every month, that's priceless. Annuities aren't for everyone, but for me, they're worth considering. This is why finding extra money matters, because now that money can be used intentionally for growth, it's not just saving, it's planning for future income. Have you thought about annuities, or do they confuse you like they confuse me? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to talk about it. In the next video, I'm going to break down the different types of annuities in plain, simple English. So the next few days, I'm going to spend some time talking to experts on annuities to get the real questions I have answered. So if you're planning for retirement later in life, like myself and my husband, please subscribe and follow along because it's not too late. It just has to be intentional. You just have to do it. See you in the next video. And by the way, please like this video to push it to more people. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and if you're doing the no spend January with me, how are you doing? Let me know in the comments.